You're standing at the sink, water running, hands gripped tight, and in your head you're finally saying it. The perfect thing. Sharp, precise, devastating. 3 days late. Here's what nobody tells you about why that keeps happening and how to make it stop. You're not in your kitchen anymore. You've been mentally transported back into that room, back to that exact second when they hit you with it. That casual, dismissive remark that made everyone else laugh at your expense. And right now, inside your head, you're delivering a response so sharp, so surgical, so precise, that they're left breathless, exposed, speechless. You're the hero. You finally won. But you already know the truth. It's a phantom victory. You didn't say it then. You stood there blinking, wearing that polite, frozen smile while your stomach knotted with resentment, feeling that cold, hollow sensation of losing control in real time, of being too slow, too small, too silent. And now, hours later, you're still there. And here's what I want you to understand before we go any further, because most people who watch videos like this walk away with the wrong answer. They hear, just be more confident, or practice what to say. They try it, and it doesn't work, because that advice is treating the symptom, not the cause. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you goes much deeper than anything you've heard before, and it starts with a question almost nobody thinks to ask. So here's that question. Why does your brain wait until the moment is dead and buried to hand you the perfect weapon? And more importantly, why does it keep dragging you back to fight a battle that's already over? Most people assume the answer is confidence, or social skill, or experience. It's none of those things. Here's where almost everyone gets it completely wrong. You tell yourself you're weak, socially inept, that your silence was proof of your inferiority, that a confident person would have fired back instantly, effortlessly, perfectly. That's the lie that keeps the loop going. The truth is biological, and once you hear it, it changes everything. Your brain is a high-performance survival machine, and the second that insult landed, it pulled an emergency circuit breaker. It didn't see a conversation. It saw a direct threat to your social safety, so it shut down your witty response center. Not to betray you, but to stop you from escalating into a conflict it couldn't predict or control. Your brain chose short-term silence over long-term social disaster. It wasn't weakness, it was protection. But knowing that doesn't stop the loop. And here's why. Because the real damage isn't happening where you think it is. In fact, the place where this actually destroys you is somewhere most people never look. And once I show it to you, you won't be able to unsee it. The real pain doesn't happen in that room. It happens at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, still trying to win a fight that ended hours ago. You're the judge. You're the defendant. You keep replaying that scene, adjusting the tone, the timing, the phrasing, desperately hunting for a validation you were denied. You keep the conflict alive because somewhere deep down, you believe that if you suffer enough inside your head, you can somehow rewrite what happened. But here's the hard truth. The person who insulted you has already moved on. They're not losing sleep. They're not replaying anything. They've moved on to their next meal, their next conversation, their next moment, and they've forgotten you exist. You are paying with your peace of mind, your sleep, your mental bandwidth, to edit a movie that's already been released, to a theater where you are the only audience member. That's not justice. That's a loop you built yourself, brick by brick, replay by replay. So how do you break out? I'm going to give you 3 steps, but I want to warn you, the first one is going to feel wrong. Everything in you is going to push back against it, because it's the opposite of what shame tells you to do. Step 1, stop calling yourself a coward. What you felt in that moment wasn't weakness. It was neurological reflex you didn't choose and didn't ask for. So when the loop starts, when you feel that heat in your chest, that suffocating surge of anger and shame, label it immediately, out loud if you have to. My brain is doing its job.
That single reframe strips the shame of its power. You aren't broken. You were hit by a survival mechanism. There is a massive difference between those two things. And the moment you feel that difference is the moment the loop loses its grip on you. Now, stopping the shame is step one, but it's not enough on its own, because your brain doesn't just feel shame, it obsesses. It runs the replay on a loop, searching for a way out that doesn't exist. And step two is specifically designed to intercept that mechanism. It's a redirect, and it works because it gives your brain exactly what it's actually looking for, just in a completely different direction. Step two, kill the post-mortem loop. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking, what should I have said? Start asking, if this happens again, what is my boundary? You're not replaying the past anymore. You're writing the script for your future. Your brain needs to solve the thread, so give it something real to work with. Channel that anxious, restless energy into preparation instead of regret. It satisfies the exact same neurological drive without keeping you trapped in a scene that cannot be changed. You transform anxiety into armor. Steps 1 and 2 fix what happens in your head. But there's still one more piece, and this is the one that changes how other people experience you in real time. It's the step that shifts the power dynamic before you even open your mouth. And most people, when they hear it, don't believe it works until they try it. Step 3, own your silence. That 5-second pause you're so ashamed of, it wasn't a defeat. It was composure. The most powerful person in any room is not the one with the fastest comeback. It's the one who doesn't feel the need to scramble for one. When someone throws an insult, they are begging for a reaction. They want to see if they can rattle you, if their words have enough weight to move you. Next time, let the silence hang. Let them sit in the discomfort of empty space. When you refuse to react, you don't just keep your dignity. You shift the power dynamic entirely. Their words didn't move you, and now they know it. Your brain has been trying to protect you this whole time, but it's been looking in the wrong direction. The loop ends the moment you realize your silence wasn't a failure. It was your humanity. You are not the victim of your past interactions. You are the architect of your future ones. The conversation is over. You're still here. And the next one, it ends on your terms. Stop editing a scene that cannot be changed. The page in front of you is blank, and you are the one holding the pen. If your own mind has ever felt like your biggest enemy, you're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe, because the next video might be the one that finally explains why you are the way you are and what you can actually do about it.